Garden is not getting enough sunlight, these are the plants that you can simply grow in your garden. Shade loving plants, and also you can grow these plants very beautifully. They will give you a better look than adding flowers to your garden. So if you can't grow flowers, no problem friends, let's grow these beautiful house plants which gives a very attractive look to your garden. As we all know, to grow beautiful flowering plants, you need more sunlight during the daytime. So if you are a person who doesn't get sunlight like me, even in my garden there's only a couple of hours I'm getting sunlight, so that's why I have lots of house plants. As an old subscriber of my channel, you must be knowing now that I do a lot of house plants videos because I doesn't get much sunlight to my garden. So let's see what are the house plants that you can easily grow in your garden and still make it beautiful and elegant looking. So if your garden getting medium to filtered sunlight, or if you have many shady corners, keep these beautiful pothos plants. Pothos plants are ideal for medium to moderate sunlight because they can tolerate even the low light, so they grow well in that temperature. So you can grow these plants really very healthily and beautifully. So keep it in the shady corner and you will see that the amazing growth of the money pothos plants. Here is the marble queen pothos. Beautiful plant to grow in the shady corner is this beautiful spider plants. You can multiply them easily with the baby reds. You can multiply them very easily. I have many plants of spider plants. Gifted them, I have made them multiple times. I have put them in DIY planters. I have put them in along with other plants as well. Now see this plant also growing in the same planter. So likewise I have many plants of these spider plants in the shade. So medium to bright sunlight or even partial to low sunlight is okay with this beautiful and variegated leafy plant, spider plant. If you have any colorful or if you have any variegated leafy plant, it is for the medium to partial sunlight. So when you are selecting plants, be mindful with some colorful green plants for your shady corner in your garden. So the beautiful dwarf syngonium, see them, they are growing in DIY planters, coffee mugs, and this is pink syngonium. These plants are ideal for your garden. Since you are not getting bright sunlight, these plants you can easily keep in a corner in your garden and they will love the partial sunlight or the shady sunlight. Partial sunlight or the medium sunlight if you are getting too much in your garden. If you are a person who's not getting bright sunlight, this is another plant. This is lucky bamboo. Look at the variegated leaves, they are so attractive and elegant. Keep a couple of plants in your garden so that it will look add beauty to your garden. They belong to the family of Dracaena and they love the partial to medium sunlight. Bright light they don't like because once you keep it in the bright light, their tender leaves will burn. Here I have another variety of Dracaena which I have kept in the shady corner in my outdoor garden, and there is another variety down there. So these plants are easy to propagate. I propagated it in the soil. Now this is the same plant and I put a cutting of the same plant. This is the mother plant. So very easy to propagate them. The beautiful plant for your shady corner is this beautiful snow white plant. They also doesn't like the bright light. They grow well in the partial to medium sunlight. So if you get any aglaonema varieties, you can put them in the medium sunlight or the partial sunlight area in your garden. Person who's not getting enough bright sunlight like me, in my garden also I'm not getting bright light for long hours, it's only for a very few hours. So you can keep this beautiful wandering Jew also in a corner in your garden. They are so colorful and decorative, very easy growing plants. Another beautiful plant for your shady corner is this Swiss cheese plant. Monstera plants also love the medium to partial sunlight. They also doesn't like the bright light area. I keep them in the low light area and they grow really well. You can propagate them easily with a single stem cutting. The beautiful plant for your low light area is this beautiful bird nest plant. They also love the shade. You can grow them very easily. They don't demand any fertilizer also, so you can grow them without fertilizer. So very easy growing plant. Have them in your shady corner in your garden. Here I have many aloe vera plants which I have kept them in the shady corner. No need of bright light, only thing is don't go to overwater them. So these plants are succulents and you will have to expose them to a lot of sunlight. So morning sunlight will be alright. So if you are a person who's not getting enough sunlight in your garden, keep this plant in the shade and they will grow really very green and beautiful. No need to water them on regular basis. Next plant, sansevieria. So this is another plant which you don't have to regular water, and they also love the low light area. So if you are not getting bright light, this is another plant suggestion. This is a beautiful and also one of the plants that you must have in your garden because they are air purification plants. ZZ plant, one of the plants that you must have in your garden, a feng shui plant, and also one of the plants that you don't have to water them on regular basis. This plant also prefers a shade. You can propagate them easily with a single leaf or a stem cutting, and also divide them by bulbs and separate them. So this is another plant for your shady corner which will not demand any sunlight. They will grow really well in the low light area. If your garden is not getting enough sunlight, Erica palm is the best plant to get the advantage. These plants also grow really well in the shaded or the partial sunlight. So have some Erica palm or palm plants in your garden. So this is my Erica palm plant and I have multiplied many plants from the mother plant. This is for your shady corner. Next plant you can keep in your shady corner is the umbrella plant. This plant also grows well in the shade and you don't have to worry about not having sunlight. So this plant also grows really well in the shaded corner. Rubber plant. Keeping rubber plant varieties in your garden where they don't get the bright light is ideal because this plant also grows well in the shade. So this is partial sunlight or the medium sunlight loving plant. Keep the rubber plant also in your garden in a beautiful corner. Variegated ficus or the variegated triangular ficus. This plant also will love the shade. Partial to medium sunlight will be okay. Bright light is not for this plant, so you can grow this easily in the shade. So if you are a person who's not getting enough sunlight to your garden, this plant is ideal for you. Chinese evergreen plants also grows really well in the partial to medium sunlight. Here I have the syngonium plant that also in the shade. So they really grow well. Look at their leaves. They don't like the bright light. It's the prayer plant. Prayer plant also doesn't prefer the bright light. They grow well in the partial to medium sunlight. This is the Aralia plant which loves the shade. And here I have the Dracaena plant. It also grows really well in the shade. Pandanus plants are really very advantage because they are either in the partial sunlight or in the bright light grows really well. So you can have 1 or 2 pandanus plants in your garden. Sansevieria plants also doesn't like the bright light. They grow really well in the shade. Partial to medium sunlight loving plants. Friends, in this video I have shown you about the plants that love the partial to medium sunlight, and also if you are a person who's not getting bright light, still you can grow plants, beautiful green plants, ornamental plants very easily in your garden. So I hope this video was very useful to you. If you do, please don't forget to give it a big like and also share it with your family and friends. Thanks for watching and see you soon with another gardening video.